What is up, guys? It's your boy MaineMania. Welcome back to another episode of MK Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, is today gonna be the day? How many times have you guys heard me say that? I'm not happy, man. Getting sick of this shit. I'm not happy. How many times have we been flirting with Fusion Xing the homie Injustice 2 Raiden? How many times? Well, the Earth Elemental and Protector pack is back. And we have a 5% chance to get him. Which means in 20 packs, we should get at least one. Then again, that was supposed to be the case for Shaolin Heroes as well. And we struck out. So, we're opening them up one by one. I'm not wasting any more souls. I keep wasting souls on garbage packs that don't have the best odds for stuff, and it's just not fun for me to see my souls dropping like flies, man. I would love to just get them on the first try and just talk to you guys for the rest of the video, but we already know that's not gonna happen.
Hey, listen!
Thank you, Thunder God. Nonetheless, let's get started. We're gonna keep going one by one and keep rocking with it. You know, I recently responded to the content creator that influenced me to start my YouTube channel and create content. Second pack, boys! Second pack, boys! Oh man, that feels amazing. All right, we got the FX. There it is, y'all. Injustice 2 Raiden. Dunzo, not wasting nothing else. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we finally got him to Fusion X. Let's level him up to Fusion 60, and I'll get back into what I was talking about because it's kind of an interesting thing. So here we go, boys. The moment of truth. IJ2 is officially Fusion X level 60. We still have a little bit of feats of strength to work on. He's got his challenge mode wins. We're using him in faction wars now, trying to get him there. He got his battle mode wins already. We're working on his Shinnocks right now. He already got his fatal blows, and combo enders will never happen because 3,000 is an obnoxious number. But this is not what that is about. What we're going to talk about real quick is an interesting thing. So, you know, when you guys leave fun or just good, thoughtful, insightful comments on my videos, you know, sometimes you guys will get a heart from your boy. Sometimes you guys will get a heart from your boy. I forgot what that felt like, man. Like, I really forgot what that felt like. The content creator that inspired me to create my channel, his name's COBI 456. He's had a really rough past maybe 6 to 7 years now total. Really rough time. And you know, I've always tried to do my best as a creator to learn from the creators that I looked up to prior to my content creation career. You know, even the checkerboard in my outro, that's like an ode to him, as he was like the biggest influence for me to, you know, step out of my comfort zone and start creating content for you guys. And he's had a really rough time. You know, not gonna go into his full story or anything like that, but you know, long story short, he suffers from autism and some mental health illnesses, and he has struggled with them for a long time. A lot of people have taken advantage of him, taken advantage of his, you want to call it naiveness, but also his condition, and have manipulated him. You know, they manipulated him in a lot of ways, manipulated him out of money, and put him in a situation where he basically, you know, walked away from his content creation career, a very successful career at that, you know. There's not a lot of, you know, young black content creators under 25 that achieve over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Such a huge feat, you know, that's such a huge feat. And when I watch content on YouTube, I'm not really the type to leave a comment unless I got something good to say or something interesting to say. You know, something along that line. You know, some people leave comments just to leave comments. Some people just like to be seen. Some people like the interactions with the other people in the community, etc. But me, I am picky and choosy with when I leave comments. But you know, it kind of breaks my heart to see what he has gone through and how much it has destroyed his life. There's no other way to say it. It's basically ruined his life. It's made everything pretty much feel like it wasn't real. And you know, it's hard to really understand it when you're not in the shoes, because it does not feel good to feel like you've been manipulated, to feel like you've been used. You know, it's not a good feeling. It feels horrible, hard to get over. And he's in that state right now, coupled with his, you know, autism, and mental illnesses. It's made it very difficult for him to move on in his life. And I'd love for nothing more than for him as a person to move on with his life. Whether or not he ever creates content again. Sure, I miss his content. Sure, I'd love to see a video, but no, not like this. You know, in my opinion, it's better for him to be healthy and not succumb himself to the online atmosphere when he's not, you know, checked in mentally, you know, when he's not running on all cylinders. You know, I just recently talked about this in a recent video about how seriously I take my content. You know, I got that from him. You know, how seriously I take the quality of my content. I got that from him. How seriously you know, how upset I get when my mic is giving me issues, or there's a lot of background noise, or my audio is getting muddied, or there's production issues. You know, all that perfectionism with the content I put out, I take from him, you know. And it's one of those things where, you know, you kind of forget. We get so caught up in our own lives, you forget how something may be affecting somebody else. And I've been creating content now for about, you know, 5, 6, maybe 7 years. I'm gonna say 5, 6 years at this point, between YouTube and Twitch. You know, I started off on YouTube, Twitch shot off. I've, you know, hard focused on Twitch, and then I made my way back to YouTube because YouTube was my original passion. And now here I am. You know, I'll dabble in Twitch here and there, but YouTube is where I wanted to be since day one. And that's why it's gotten, you know, the bulk and the lion's share of my attention. But I almost forget what it feels like to be a fan sometimes. You know, you get so caught up in your own career, your own content, your own plans for yourself. You almost forget what it feels like to be a fan. And I'm seeing him have these emotional outbursts on his channel about everything that's happening, everybody that's used him and manipulated him, and pretty much got him to where he is right now. And he's having such a hard time moving on from it. He's dealing. It's been such a heavy burden on him mentally. And once again, coupled with his condition, it's been impossible for him to move on with it and honestly move on with his life. And there's nothing I'd like to see more than him just live his life and be happy. Even if he gives up his 1 million subscriber channel, who cares, man? That's not the end of the day. If it doesn't bring you happiness, it doesn't serve you. And I think an individual's happiness is the priority, you know, because you can't make great content if you're not happy, and you don't want to subject yourself to public scrutiny when you're not in the best headspace, when you're not in the best mental space. And for so long I forgot what it felt like to be a fan, and I've been trying to, you know, leave words of encouragement, understanding what he's going through, and just trying to encourage him to, you know, accept what has happened, accept that people were messed up people and took advantage of you, and move on. You know, accept that not everybody's a good person, and not everybody's gonna have your best interest at heart, but such is life, you know. Whether it's dating somebody or being involved romantically or even just friendships, sometimes family.
not everybody's going to have your best interests at heart. Some people are only in it for what they can get from you. Some people are only in the grind for what benefits them. And that is life. I hate to say it. It's the truth. I've been burned. A lot of us have. A lot of us have gone through that, but you know, not everybody has the mental fortitude to deal with it. Not everybody has the mental fortitude to deal with public embarrassment and public scrutiny, which is, you know, not easy for a lot of people. Some people cannot take that. And some people know that, you know, they were wronged and they want to feel justified and they want to be vindicated. But sometimes there's no vindication, right? You know, some things in life you're just never gonna find out. People will take it to the grave and they will swear, you know, up, down, blind, and center that they didn't do anything. You know, and they're not gonna give you that vindication that you're looking for. So sometimes you have to accept that and just move on, right? Maybe you were with an ex-boyfriend or girlfriend and you know they cheated. You almost pretty much caught them red-handed, but they still won't admit that they cheated. And it kills you inside because it's like you want to know and you want the vindication of like, yes, I knew you cheated on me, you little shit. But they ain't never going to tell you, man. They're going to take it to the grave. But that's life. There's a lot of things in life like that. And sometimes you got to learn how to be accepting and accept that and move on. But I recently left him a comment, you know, and mind you, this is a channel I've been subscribed to for maybe 9-10 plus years. He's the one that got me back into gaming. You know, I tell people this all the time, but I stopped playing video games for like 10 years at one point. And watching his content and seeing how much fun he was having with his boy made me want to play video games again. It got me right back into video games, you know? And I grew up a Nintendo and Sega gamer, and I started playing Nintendo again. And then I played The Last of Us, and that was all she wrote. I didn't really look back to Nintendo as much once I realized how real and how amazing games can be thanks to The Last of Us. So, you know, I credit a lot to my content creation and my gaming, you know, the rejuvenation of my love for gaming to COBI, and forgot what it felt like to be a fan. You know, I left him words of encouragement to just, you know, accept what happened as something that happened and understand that every day is a new day and tomorrow may be a different day, and you may be able to find new friends that, you know, are gonna think, you know, more highly of you and that are gonna have your best interests at heart and that can be a lot better to you than people were to you in your past, and just move on. And he hearted my comment, and it's crazy, right? Because it's something so simple, but man, did that feel good. You know, like I said, I forgot what it felt like to be a fan again. He hearted my comment for the first time in, you know, since I've basically been following his content creation career, and felt good, you know, to see the acknowledgement. You know, it wasn't what I was hoping for as far as the end reaction, but just to be acknowledged by him that he does see, you know, his fans, that felt good. So, you know, I'm not really too scanty with my hearts. I'm not too stingy. That's what I was looking for. I'm not really too stingy with my hearts, but you know, I get good comments, I get constructive feedback, I get good ideas, all that kind of stuff. I always try to show you guys love, you know, especially when you guys show the channel love and consistently show the channel love, you know. But yeah, man, I really forgot what it felt like to be a fan again. And I got the heart and I got the notification and I was like, damn, like, you know, like that. It felt good to see that. And, you know, not because like I'm like the only comment that got heart or anything like that. It's just the acknowledgement. It just shows that, you know, he read it and he sees that we do care and we want him to be better. We want him to move on with his life. We want him to live a happy life. And, you know, without getting into details, I mean, this guy was on the brink of suicide just last year, and people just don't understand what people go through, especially in the public eye, you know, content creation wise. People never understand what people are going through behind the camera, behind the lens, what they're dealing with, what they're experiencing. They may see happy content and playing some games and having some fun, but they have no idea what that person is struggling with when they stop recording. They don't see the other side of it, you know? And it's a lot about things like that in life. But you know, guys, just always keep that in mind, you know? When you guys like talk to people online and, you know, other side of the keyboard, and, you know, some people can get really mean online. It can be rough, but be compassionate. All right, guys, like if you get anything from this message is to be compassionate and stay humble, because you never know what someone is dealing with mentally, what they're struggling with, you know, physically, as far as their health. You never know, and words hurt. And not everybody can deal with public scrutiny and public embarrassment, you know. Being a content creator is not just playing games and editing them and throwing them up on the internet. You get a lot of shit comments. We get a lot of abuse. We get a lot of discrimination. We get a lot of racist comments. We get a lot of offensive comments, you know. And it's not easy to deal with, you know, for the average person, especially when you did nothing but try to bring them entertainment and make them smile, you know. Sometimes it can feel like a slap in the face, you know. You're just trying to make people smile, enjoy their, you know, enhance their enjoyment of the games that they love, the games that they play, maybe even help them get better at the games that they play or learn more about it, or maybe even improve the game in general, you know, working with the developers, working with the dev team, other creators and influencers, things of that nature. You can have the best intentions at heart to make happy, fun, and enjoyable content for the masses, and then here comes one little shit stain insulting you for no reason because they didn't like something you said. You know what I mean? Like, it be like that, man. It really do be like that, you know. A shout out to YouTube for their auto like hateful speech blocker. But sometimes I'll go into that folder of all the comments that YouTube automatically blocks, and I'm like, Jesus, what is wrong with some people, yo? Like, why are you like this? Who made you this way? Who made you so hateful? Why? Who are you mad at? What's going on in your life? And you know, every now and then somebody may need to get a clap back, but you know, I don't got time for that. I've seen it, seen the game. I've seen too many of that, you know. Shout out to all my people that are from the Twitch side of things. But you guys, I mean, if I ever really sat down and talked about my experiences on Twitch, it would be crazy, man. You know, like, you guys wouldn't believe me. Like, I've gotten death threats on Twitch. I've had people say they're gonna shoot me. I've had people say they're gonna come find me. I had people say they're gonna go looking for me. Like, I had people, all kinds of weird stuff. And then once again, you just never know what people are dealing with and going through on the other sides of their keyboards. So my message to you guys is, please be kind. Be kind to each other. Be kind to creators, even if you disagree with them and they have shit takes on the game or whatever they play or things that they do. Just still be kind, you know. Don't exhaust yourself trying to cause someone else pain or trying to jump on the bandwagon of hate. You know, we see cancel culture just kind of taking over and just basically making things impossible for some people, you know. It's just like this mob cancel culture thing happening where one person can say one thing wrong or do one thing wrong, and here comes a legion of hateful people trying to cancel them and run them off of the internet. And you know, you don't know how that may affect somebody, you know. You'd never know how that may affect somebody. That may be the last straw that can push somebody over the edge. Not trying to be doom and gloom, just having a real conversation with you guys, you know. It's something that's been heavy on my mind because, you know, I struggled with this, and you know, my favorite streamer committed suicide, you know, just a couple years ago. I'm sure you guys heard of him, Etika, but him and COBI were tight. They were both tight, and they were both going through what they were going through at the same times, and they almost both committed suicide within a year of each other. So it's hard to see some of your favorite creators dealing with mental illnesses and dealing with so much online scrutiny that it drives them and pushes them over the edge. You know, if you add my third, one, pretty much my second biggest influence on YouTube, that being FuziTube, you know, he's another person that influenced me to create content. You know, I probably put him second to COBI, and he's been suicidal for like the last 10 plus years on and off. And he's got such a great heart, man. That's what I don't understand about sometimes. Like, yo, sometimes some of these people be having the best hearts, really nice hearts, really great, you know, really great, compassionate people, and they get so much hate for decisions that they make that people just may not agree with, you know. And that's the thing, like, you're never gonna agree with somebody 100% of the time, you know. Like, I know I'm a single guy, but like, if you have parents and they're married, ask your parents how often they agree with their significant other or spouse. You know, if you got a brother or sister, how many times do you and your brother and sister disagree? But you still love them. You know what I'm saying? You still love them. Guys, it's okay to disagree with people. It's okay to have different opinions. It's okay not to share their take on subject matters. But it doesn't warrant hate. And it doesn't warrant hate mobs. And it doesn't warrant them being canceled every time. You know? You look at people like Kevin Hart, where he made a pretty stupid comment. But he made that comment when he was trying to make a name for themselves. A lot of creators do that shit. Look at the creators that freaking get naked on camera and slip a little something because they want to get popular faster. A lot of people make little things like that when they're trying to be seen, when they're trying to blow up, when they're trying to catch a break. Sometimes they do it on purpose, sometimes it's an accident and it works out in their favor. But nonetheless, people do stupid things sometimes. You know, we all do it. The difference is when you're a creator, a content creator, or an entertainer, you do it in the public eye. And it comes back to bite you. One thing I learned from some of my favorite creators right now, you know, and I learned this from from Danny Avedon, but basically, you know, and he said this was one of the biggest things he learned in content creation, but he basically said, you know, and this is something more creators need to be cognizant of. So if anybody is a creator and they follow my content and you haven't heard this before, learn this from me then, because I say this shit 24/7 because the second I heard it, I was like, wow, if only more creators knew this walking in. But Danny taught me, but when you make mistakes in life, you made a mistake. But if somebody wasn't there to witness it, it's almost like it never happened. What you do in person, people will forget. People involved won't, but people will forget. But what you do on the internet lasts forever. So, it's not the same. When you make mistakes in person that was involved, they may be like, oh, screw that person, he did this, that, and the third, but that's it, it's over. You both move on, you both move forwards with your lives. When you do that shit on the internet, screenshot, archive, saved. Soon as you catch your big break, guess what they got? Guess what they're throwing back up in your face? Soon as you get your break, or you're popular, or you're catching steam, or you're about to blow up, or you got a new contract, or Kevin Hart's about to host the Oscars, guess what they're gonna bring up to throw back in your face? So, be careful what you do online. What you do online lasts forever. So, didn't want to have a deep episode, but like I said, man, this has been heavy on my mind now. It was heavy on my mind last year when, you know, things were really bad, and then things calmed down for such a long time, and now things are not looking the best. But I am trying to be as positive as I can. I'm wishing COBI to recover and be well, and once again, screw the content creation shit. If you can be happy and find happiness and find better friends and meet an amazing woman and have a glorious family and move on with your life, I'd want nothing more than that for you, bro. So wishing you the best, wishing you strength, And you know, stay in touch with the people that you know you can count on and rely on, because it's not easy to find that. It's not easy to have that and to know you have that in life. You know, sometimes there's people around that we think care, but their intentions aren't as pure as we would hope. And when you realize that, it can be hurtful and it can be hard to get over. But you got to keep going. You got to keep going, because you know, it's not easy to find good people, but they're out there. But you got to keep looking, you got to keep going, and you got to keep searching, and hopefully you'll find your tribe. I always say, you know, you put out your best energy and you be the best version of yourself, and you will eventually find your tribe. This is definitely more of a conversation I'd put in a Let's Play versus a Mortal Kombat episode. But you know, sometimes your stream of consciousness just goes, and like I said, it's been heavy on my mind. It's been a lot, because the last thing you want is for someone that you look up to so much, and someone that's influenced you to do what has made thousands of people happy. You know, the last thing you want is for anything bad to happen to them, or them to, you know, no longer be able to influence the amount of people that they have. And you look at something as simple as that, right? Go ahead, like they have 1 million subscribers, and they've been so positive throughout the years prior to, you know, the situations they found themselves in. But they inspired me to create my channel, and I don't even know where my channel is at, but I'm pretty sure I've got maybe over 300,000 views on my channel, and I don't know, over 2,000 subs. But I'm averaging, I think, over 20,000 views per month, something along that line. So just look at the reach that one person's influence has created. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether or not everybody subscribes to my channel and comes back, one person influenced me to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I never wanted to be a YouTuber growing up. That was never a thing for me. But I really saw how their content helped me get through my darkest times, and watching them with their friends enjoy playing a Mario game, Super Mario 3D World, by the way. But I've watched that playlist at least, no exaggeration, 60 to 70 times. It became cathartic, you know? It's hard to explain it, but that's why I believe in Let's Plays, you know? That's the reason I believe in Let's Plays. There are so many Let's Plays I can turn to and watch when things are getting dark, or when things become tough in life, and they take you to a happy place. They take you to happier times. They take you to a happy and safe mental space that can be very cathartic in, you know, getting over some down or some rough times in your life. So I definitely want the best for everyone out there, and all the creators that are going through but still creating content, still pushing through, still smiling for the camera when they hit record, and nobody has any idea what their experience or struggling with on the inside. I salute you guys, man. I salute you, because I know I've been there, and it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. And I've been a creator for so long now, I once again forgot what it felt like to be a fan again, and to be acknowledged by somebody you look up to that creates content that you absolutely love. And just know that they hear you, and you know, that you understand, you know, the other side of it now. And that's life, right? Life's come full circle for me, where I've been in the creator seat for so long, but I started as a fan. And now it's kind of reversed a little bit. And you know, it's funny, when I started making content, I said, there's nothing I would have loved more than to make a video with him at one point, or do a series with him. And that's probably never gonna happen, but you know, that would be I think that's probably a content creator's dream, right? To make a co-op video or series with their influences. And you know, the checkerboard is gonna be here forever. Like, a lot of people don't know why I always had a checkerboard outro, but that is like my You know, that's my me paying respects to the people that influenced me to create my content. There's other Easter eggs on other creators that I love as well, and that have, you know, influenced and shaped my my creation. But I guess maybe I'll make a video about that at one point in the future. Who knows? Maybe 10,000, maybe 100,000, maybe never. Who knows? You know, these are fun little facts sometimes, you know, for what makes a content creator tick, you know, what got them to where they're at and what put them in the chair that they sit in. We all have a story to tell. You know, we all have a story to tell, and it's not always easy to tell your story, you know, but sometimes when you hear someone's story, you see the bigger picture. So don't want to doom and gloom you guys. You know, once again, I want to thank you guys for coming through and hanging out. I know we didn't really talk too much about Mortal Kombat, but guys, today we did something that we've been trying to say we want to do forever. And I didn't waste my souls this time. So I feel a lot better because I struck out with Shaolin Heroes and I got this on the second try. So that's 18 packs worth of souls that I saved. And now that we got the homie IJ2 leveled up, now we can try him out in these boss fights. I don't know if Classic Rain will hold up, but the dream team for a boss fight, maybe the next normal 200, the dream team is gonna be Fujin, Classic Rain, and Justice 2 Raiden. That's the dream team. Many other pieces I can throw up in there that will help the team, but that's the ultimate dream team, and I wonder if I can pull it off. I don't know, y'all. We'll have to wait and find out. If you're new to the channel and not yet subscribed, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. In addition to that, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's episode and enjoyed a little break from just game talk and all that good stuff, hopefully you guys will leave a like on this video and show some love. In addition to that, if you want to show extra love, you can do so with the join button or the thanks button. Like I said, these are the types of conversations I have in my actual series, my, you know, playthroughs and my let's plays. And I think I've been saving this for a let's play that I just haven't been able to create because, you know, once again, I felt like I've been in creator's block for a little while now, you know, between the audio issues delaying things and then other things that I haven't spoken about. I feel like I've had creator's block for a while, and I'm trying to get back into my own and trying to get back into my sweet spot so that I know I can create a fun, introspective, thoughtful, entertaining, and just very enjoyable to watch series for you guys. I do my best to pick the best games with the best stories and hopefully add to them and enhance them and make them more enjoyable for you guys to watch. So if you're newer here and you haven't seen some of my series yet, there's a bunch of series I can recommend. If you want to see the starter main, right, the official starter main kit of when I was just, you know, starting to get into my own as a creator, Batman the Telltale series is fun. There's actually a season 2 of that as well. So check out the 2 Batman series I have on the channel. Those are fun if you want to see the starter main. If you want to see when I started to come into my own and really get into my stride, Life is Strange, man. Y'all gotta watch Life is Strange. You could also watch, you know, Life is Strange Before the Storm after, if you want to continue to follow that along with that story. But when it comes to, you know, me shining at my best, The Last of Us Part 2. You gotta wait for Part 1! Unless you're a YouTube member. YouTube members, you can see my original series of Part 1. But that's one of the YouTube member exclusive series. But yeah, man, there's a lot of dope series on my channel. Check them out. Hidden Agenda, Emily Wants to Play, Pacify, a couple of games that I've played with friends, co-op series as well. And there's a lot of content you guys haven't seen outside of Mortal Kombat. So even Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11 was fun. I had a ball. Listen, if you haven't seen my playthrough yet of Mortal Kombat 11, check it out. I had a freaking ball.
I had so much fun playing that game. I was trash at the gameplay, but I had a ball playing that game. That was a very fun series. I enjoyed it a lot. Spider-Man was fun as hell too, man. Spider-Man was fun. Yo, Batman, Spider-Man, Life is Strange, The Last of Us. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, man. I had some fun with these series. And that's, once again, that's the power of a Let's Play. That's the power of these series, is that they're timeless. And you can rewatch them 3 months later, 6 months later, and it's going to take you back to that period of time, where you were in your life, when you first saw it, what you may have been going through, but it's also going to make you smile and make you realize, like, yo, everything's going to be all right, man. Life gets better. So hopefully I can continue to make those types of series for you and bring you more timeless content. So that being said, guys, appreciate the love as always. Likes, thanks. Hit the join button, show some love. Hopefully I'll have a couple new subscribers and that you guys will become a bigger part of the community. Appreciate you guys as always. We'll see if we can get IJ2 in a future boss fight. I'll see you guys next time with MaineMania.